manager Peter Beadle after a very comprehensive victory in the end against Alvechurch in the cup.
Yeah, it was a really good second half display. It was a great opportunity for us. It was almost like a dead rubber, the game, really, when we look at, in the bigger picture of everything that's going on at the minute. It was a great opportunity for us to get all the ones that haven't played recently and haven't had many minutes, to get them on the pitch and get them playing. And I think it took them 45 minutes to warm up and get going, but I thought second half, I thought they were excellent.
You were able to give James Filling a debut as well. I thought, for me, he was man of the match.
Yeah, listen, James has got great qualities, and I chased him in the summer a little bit, and he had a lot going on in the summer and early part of the season. But I'm delighted to have him on board. He brings a good experience as well, and he's a good size, but he can play. And like I said, we want good players at the football club, and he's another good player. And he's taken his goal fantastically well tonight. But I thought his performance was really good all round as well.
How important was it for the players who are on the bench to put their hands up now and said, look, I can play?
That's what I said to them at half time, because up until half time I thought they were sloppy, a little bit impatient. Maybe that's because they were maybe trying a bit too hard to impress. But like I said to them at half time, was that it was an opportunity for them to put themselves in the shop window, to put them in my thoughts. I mean, they're all in my thoughts anyway, but obviously to stamp their mark on it. And like I said, obviously the lads that are in the 11 at the minute are doing okay, and we're only as good as our last game, which was a draw. And the ones that come in tonight have now given me food for thought for Saturday. So, like I said, and it was an ideal opportunity to rest one or two as well, because we've had a lot of games, and like I said, so it's been a massive win-win for us tonight.
Is it a psychological advantage over Alvechurch, that victory today?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. Listen, at the end of the day, they're a good side. They're organised. I said before, they've been together a number of years now. They know one another's games. They're well organised. They've had as many changes as we have tonight from the game from last Saturday. So, like I said, so you can't read nothing into it, because every game we play against them is going to be a different one. So it's all going to be good. And like I said, that doesn't make any influence on psychologically, because they're experienced and they've got good knowledge, and they won't worry about when we go to their place in the league next. They'll just be looking forward to that game.
What impact do you think the result will have on Hartley Whitney at the weekend? Do you think they'll have a look at this and think, well, even the Hereford second side got some goals tonight?
I don't know. If they were here, I'm sure second half they'd have gone, we've got a game on our hands. But like I said, again, it's a different game, and it's a one-off, and there's going to be a lot of riding on it, and we know the fate. They know they've got a team from their league in the next round. They're unknown to us, but like I said, we'll do our homework if we get through on Saturday. But like I said, so we've got a home draw in the next round if we get through, which is another great bonus for us to be at home in the next round. But we've got a game to play first, and the game's going to be a tough one. They're top of their league. We've had a team that were top of their league in the last round. We've got another one in this round. So, but when you're in the last 16 and 32 and last 8, it's never going to be easy. So I don't think that they'd have been here, and they'll know we're a good side on our day, and we know they're a good side on their day. So it'll just be who turns up and who wants it more on the day.
What have you heard about pitch conditions at Hartley?
Wet. No, it's the same as everywhere. Everywhere's wet at the moment. So, but like I said, I mean, we've had this discussion this week, is that there's lots of games are falling foul to the weather, and I know that we've had some bad weather, but I think that maybe there has to be some sort of precedent on. There's a ground grading system that works. You've got a ground that grade the ground, but I think the pitch should be included in that as well, because there's been an awful lot of games, like more games called off than I've ever known. Certainly from one or two teams in this league. Highgate have played 17 league games. That's it. Because of their pitch. Now, for whatever reason, that should come into consideration, because, like I said, they've got an awful lot of games to fit in. If they ever consider extending it, that makes it an unfair disadvantage for us, because we've managed to get all of our games on, because we've looked after our pitch and we've done the best we can, and we've got fantastic groundsmen who, again tonight, have done a fantastic job to get the pitch in the condition it's in. So,
So as far as you're concerned, the April deadline, that it cannot be extended?
No, I don't think it should be. The rules are the rules. You've got to play to the rules, and if you end up playing 2 or 3 games a week, that's unfortunate. That then should make you wary of, right, next year we've got to make sure our pitch is in better condition. Like I said, I know that doing things like that are not cheap. It hasn't been cheap for us to get our pitch, but we hadn't played on our pitch in 18 months. And we've got a pitch like we've got at the moment. So credit to Ben and Graham. They've done fantastic. And like I said, with the weather we've had and the way the pitch has worn, to have a surface like we've got at the moment to play on is credit to them. And that doesn't change for anybody, no matter what your circumstances are. That you've got to look after your football pitch, because it's a source of income. Every home game for every club is a source of income, and the more games that get called off and the more that pile up, the more income they're losing out on. So sometimes they've got to maybe save a little bit and put a little bit into their pitches and make sure their pitches are going to get through some of the games, because, like I said, they're all falling foul, but it shouldn't be to their advantage. It should be a disadvantage, because at the end of the day, if the pitch ain't good enough, they're going to have to fit the games in at some point. So hopefully everyone will recognise that and understand it.
Well, after the rant about the pitch conditions, back to the Hartley-Whitney
Sorry.
game. That's okay. Back to the Hartley-Whitney.
I'm passionate.
It's great to get it off your chest.
Exactly.
The Hartley-Whitney game. What sort of any knocks ahead of that game following today, or in the lead?
Well, Martin obviously tried to take out the goalpost, so he's got a little bang on his shin, but I'm sure he'll be fine. And one or two bumps and bruises. I haven't been in there yet, but there'll be one or two knocks and bruises. A tough physical game. They're a good side and they work hard, and so do we. So there'll be a few bumps and bruises, but I'm sure everyone will want to play Saturday. So I'm sure everyone will be available Saturday. And
a good crowd expected, despite having been postponed last week.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, I mean, certainly our supporters have been fantastic throughout, and I'm sure they'll be great again on Saturday, and they'll travel in numbers and get right behind the team.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time.
No worries.